Hello everyone, welcome to another Dorkside Cookies random video. And this week, instead of sitting at the table and just chitter-chattering, well, I might do that too, but at least this video is going to be me making a cosplay weapon. Now, I'm not really a cosplayer. I don't know when I get to call myself a cosplayer. Like, if I finish the weapon, am I a cosplayer? Or do I have to like go to my first convention? I don't know. At any rate, I plan on going. Well, my intention is that I want to go as Maginos. He is a wizard from the board game Mice and Mystics. I expect no one to know who I am. But I hope, like, I'll have like one person come up and be like, "That's so awesome! Maginos is who I play." That's my hope. At any rate, okay. So he has a kind of twisted, gnarled-looking staff that gets really big on top, and there's a couple different presentations of the staff. On the back, there's like a silhouette, and it kind of shows maybe an easier staff than maybe what I'm doing, or at least a little bit more interesting staff. I don't know. I'm kind of, well, I do have a plan. I definitely, I have steps. Right, remember, this is my first cosplay anything. So I've planned out my steps. I've bought supplies. I have a general plan of attack. I'm hoping this will work out. And my next thing is I hope I don't have anything embarrassing or disastrous, like something just falling apart in the middle of the convention or something like that. So that's what I'm doing. I've never recorded out in my workshop before, so I'll do a quick tour for you guys, just so you can kind of see what I have. I normally build modifications to the house or random furniture. Basically, like, I'm the kind of person that if I want something, I just figure, if I can't immediately find it on Amazon, I just figure I'll build it. Okay, so wooden dowel rod. This is it's currently 5 feet. I'm actually going to cut it down, I'm pretty sure. But this is going to form the base. I decided I really want something stable that I could hold and stand and not worry about it crumpling or anything like that. And I didn't want it flimsy. So anyway, we'll go about that more. Let me show you the workshop. So my workbench, I built this, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I chose not to finish it, and so don't judge me, people. This is how I am. I'm scruffy. I'm not organized. If you've watched a lot of X-Files, then you'll know the reference. All right. So here's all my big tools, and so I have, like, I think I could build most of a house. I've got sawzalls. I've got table saws. I've got a scroll saw still in the box over there. I have big plans to do cool cosplay stuff. The rest of my shop. So it's not too big. It's just a 2-car garage. And that air conditioner, it should be on. For you guys, I have it off right now. And it is quickly rising to the 100 and... I don't know how warm it is. I'm sure somebody can... Well, somebody recent will be like, yeah, on this day, I hope to post this video this weekend. It's probably 117, or it's going to hit that. So it's going to get real warm in here real quick, but otherwise the sound would be horrible. As it is, I did want to bring in the full big camera rig we use for our cooking videos and stuff like that, but honestly, Anna was getting a little frustrated with the amount of stuff I was dragging out to the garage. So we'll take baby steps. Okay. So I'm going to build this using spray foam, and what I've done is I've carved out a little bit of a silhouette of the shape, and I'm just going to cut it out, and then I'm going to mount it to this PVC, and then I'm going to spray foam it, then we'll carve it, then we'll attach it. So I'm going to make it so the top can screw on, so it can get a little bit smaller. It's still going to be like a 4-foot staff, but with that, let's go ahead and let's see what we want to do. So I think I want to hold it about right here, and then the top is going to go about right here. So I'm just going to cut it. Let me cut it right there. Boom. The nice thing about this is that it's, you know, I'm used to building things that have to fit together. So I have a lot of skill sets, you know, related to taking precise measurements and so on. But this, you know, at least my hope is that most of this I can, it can be more of an art where I make it fit afterwards. All right, so I'm not even gonna pull out my saw. Well, yeah, I am, because I don't really want this sawdust to go anywhere. All right, I'm just gonna. Okay. So I've been more worried about my ears lately. So even for shortcuts, I'm going to do an earplug. If I'm lame, that's fine. And pop that out. Nice, easy cut. Sure, I can do something else with that dowel rod. Just to get it out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and glue the screw onto the top of the dowel rod. And for this, I was going to use wood glue, but I decided that because it's not quite a flush fit, that I think liquid nails will be a little bit better. This will be pretty fast, and it'll give me time while that's drying to work on the top. Now, this is what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna have this inside here just for some structural integrity, which I don't even know if I need, because I've worked with spray foam before not in a cosplay way, of course, but it's really hard. And I don't know if I did the right thing or not, but I got tight foam, because the foam I'm used to working with has a lot of big bubbles, and I didn't want to deal with that. So I got small bubble spray foam. All right. So I'm going to cut. Let's see, I'm going to cut this about right here. Do cosplayers use pipe cutters? I hope so, because they are amazing. No, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I have watched videos, but I always feel like the videos I watch are always assuming you know how to do the basics, and I'm pretending that I know how to do the basics. So, okay. boom, like very soon, you know, I'm going to be putting on the gloves because I'm going to want to protect my hands from sticky goo. I'm going to want to put down paper to protect my crappy workbench. I did build it, so if it's crappy, I guess it's my fault. All right. It's like I haven't developed precision cardboard cutting skills somehow in my, you know, time spent building wood projects. All right, so I can replace the top super easy, so I just don't really care. If I had bought the whole thing, man, now I do wish I had some scissors though. I might go grab some real quick, because what I was thinking, guys, is I was thinking I'm going to put this into the PVC, okay? So that I can center my foam in the pipe into the middle of this. Now, I did suspect that this might be an issue, and I might just cut off, because I don't really need that much. In fact, I'm going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut kind of a V out of both sides. Now, my template is going to be the middle of my PVC, and I think that I'm going to have a better experience. But now, what I am aware of is I need to be, all right, it's very warm in here, but it's making me think. All right, so number one, I've lowered the edge of my blade so that it's just barely cutting through, and then I put cardboard underneath it. I don't need to be wasteful. Like I said, I don't value this workbench too much, but I don't want to be crazy. Well, crazier. Don't pull really hard on a razor to cut through something, and then put any fleshy bits in front of it. I watched a couple different people to get ideas on how to do this. Kamui in Cosplay Shenanigans, and a girl who was doing an anime staff. I'll post links to them down below. There, you know, I'm doing it a little bit different because, like I tell my wife, I need to learn from my own mistakes. So I like this a lot. Like I already like this a lot more, I think, than if I had taped it onto one side. Like, look at that. I think I'm gonna have a very solid item. I'm not 100% sure, so I need to hide this piece. I'll probably build some stuff up on the bottom to have it meet. Okay, well, that's enough of that. Didn't end up using the wood glue, at least not yet. Okay, so I probably do want to make this cardboard be somewhat attached, because the foam, I think, is going to attach to the cardboard, and the cardboard is going to be attached. Boom. And the cardboard is going to be attached to the pipe. I use this stuff all over the place, so I just really like it. All right. Again, inspiration. Boom. Let's All right, let's see if I can avoid making too much of a mess. Now, I do want to stick this in place a little bit, so I'm going to use a little bit of epoxy. Now, construction people, home improvement type people, will realize that I am using an epoxy that dries harder than steel. Now, I just don't want to go upstairs to grab some Sculpey, which I think is probably the more traditional type of stuff of what I'm trying to do. There is a danger of using this kind of epoxy for this project. I will have some trouble sanding through it if I got big with it. So you don't want to use this for anything big. And to be fair, I could have used anything. I just needed to stay in place while I spray foam. But I had it. You got to mold the epoxy up so that the outside and the inside really get together, activate, and then I'm just going to tear it into 2 pieces, and then I'm going to tear each of those into 2 pieces, and then I'm going to kind of put some on either side. I'm going to kind of use the shape of the pipe to help me hold it in place. And it just has to hold long enough for me to get the spray foam on. All right, it's definitely not perfect, but now it's not gonna flip-flop, fall out of place, and it probably cost me a nickel, which is fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna put some gloves on. If you're in the Las Vegas area and you want to build a prop, feel free to message me. I would be happy to work on something with you. Happy to record it, put it up on your channel if you have a channel, or help you create a channel if you don't have a channel. Pure Leaf tea, as always. Wouldn't be a Richard video if I didn't have it. All right, so this is, I think this is a solid start. Let's do it. You know what, let's move the inspiration out of the way though. And let's put some glasses back on, because it will ruin my day to get spray foam in the eye. Did any of you see me almost try to put the top? Look, it's hot in here, guys. It's hot. All right. All right, you know what? I haven't used this type of spray foam. Okay. So, hey guys, you have to, well, you don't have to, but you're gonna want to get a spray bottle to spray the foam when it's about where you want it to be. All right, guys. This is not Windex, and it says plant anti-bug. Long time ago we replaced it with a mixture of water and dish soap to get rid of aphids on our roses. But it's not that either. I just dumped all the dish soap out and put in water. All right, I want to dry my hands a little bit because I just washed that bottle. Shake vigorously. Screw straw. Squeeze trigger. Always wear eye protection. Cures after 1 hour. I don't know what the best way to apply it. Look at that though. This is good foam. Well, I think it's good foam. We'll see, I guess. I'm kind of trying to get the bigger spots a little bit more, even though I suspect it's going to grow bigger. And I'm gonna do a couple different coats here. I do want to carve this down. Don't fall, foam. Don't fall. It's kind of like marshmallow fluff, and it possibly is not going to get as big because it's supposedly 4 times as dense as normal foam. Does that mean it's going to be 4 times as hard for me to carve it? The answer is yeah, probably. It's going to be 4 times as hard for me to carve it. Okay, so I really do want it rounded, and I know it's going to get probably a little bit bigger, but just to help with that round shape, I'm going to get it near the fat part of the stick. Boom. You really can go overboard on these projects, these kind of things, right? So I don't want to do something where I end up just carving it all away. Also, I somewhat have to remember, just remember that originally I wanted it to be kind of crooked looking. I have a feeling I'm going to be ripping some of this paper later. It's not too bad though. I'm just trying to prevent it from sticking to the paper. And now I'm gonna spray it. And if you do these things and you're screaming at the video like too much water, don't whatever, please post below, because I'll probably have problems later on, and I won't know that this is where I somehow did something wrong, right? I'm not necessarily gonna know. So at any rate, I guess 1 hour from now, I'm gonna flip it over and then spray the other side. All right, so it's been about an hour, and it's pretty cool. As I suspected, it is stuck to the paper. So luckily, probably this paper is probably garbage. It's gonna have to be replaced, another roll. But I feel good so far. I mean, now look at that. The PVC is right in the middle. So you can imagine it's gonna be here, boom. And then I'm just gonna carve it down. I'm gonna have this nice screw piece to attach it to the bottom. I'm gonna try to carve in and follow this kind of shape. Oh, and before I go too far down here, this stuff is definitely quite sticky, and I was very happy to just throw the gloves away instead of having to try to clean the stuff off my hands. I buy the mega boxes of these for all my projects because I do staining and painting and stuff. And I don't use latex. These are nitrile. I don't recommend using latex if you can help it, just because of the fact that if you don't have a latex allergy, the more you're exposed to it, the more likely you are to develop an allergy to it. So just keep your lifetime latex exposure to a minimum. All right, so I was pretty happy with what I did before. And this time it's not, well, in theory it won't stick to the paper or anything like that, so just do it. You don't really want holes. Well, I'm imagining you don't want holes. Because those holes, when you're carving, will open up. Now, I want some connection to the previous foam. And I think I'm already out. So the cheap, no, I can't leave it like that. I mean, the cheap thing would be to say, you know what, I can carve it down and then I can paper mache on top of it, but you know, you can still, it's not gonna be round the way I want. And I did buy 2 cans of foam for this reason. It's good to know though. So what I'm imagining is this foam is 4 times as dense. So that means it's, in theory, it's 4 times heavier than normal foam. It also means I have 4 times less coverage and all that, all the same stuff, right? Ounce for ounce. I think I'll get a better product out of it this way, but maybe next time I'll buy the cheaper foam. And it's gonna get a lot bigger. I'm trying to fill in a little bit of the gaps here and there. So I want kind of a flat top, almost like it's the limb of a tree. So I'm going to sand that flat, and then I'm going to try to like paint some rings in it so it really looks like it's the inside of a tree limb. And there we go. Honestly, it mostly looks straight though, right? So it's really going to be up to me when I'm carving it to really try to get some of that crookedness if I want it to be like Maginos. All right, and I guess it's another hour. All right, everyone. So it's been a lot more than 1 hour. At this point, I stopped, replaced 2 sinks, a shower head, shower faucet. I was going to replace the toilet. We're renovating a room for Airbnb. It's kind of weird. Like, I kind of wonder, will anybody like watch a video and be like, hey, I want to rent a room in that house? I don't know. But we're doing it. So it has now been, well, 9 hours. So this is the thing. It's definitely dense. It's, I think it's done. Now, Kamui Cosplay, she says that you can just stick your knife in there, and if it comes out clean, then it's dry, which I kind of think is the rules for making cupcakes, but we'll try. Now, I'll be honest, one of the things I love most about making wood projects are the gadgets that I buy, right? Like, I like a good utility knife. It feels good. I have like a firm grip. Yes, I could have bought the slightly cheaper kind. I just like gadgets. So you've got to like look at someone who buys big miter saws and stuff like that for building tables and think that person getting into cosplay is going to have like bigger gadgets and things, just because I want gadgets that I can use for my wood projects as well as cosplay. But this was an opportunity to get some more gadgets, so I needed a deeper blade. Feels very unnerving, but I saw Kamui do it. Kamui? Whoa, that was crazy. And it is not dry yet. So this is day 1. Day one, I've got a big lump of foam, but it is not ready to be carved. So hopefully day two will be me carving this into a crooked staff. Just like, again, Maginos. Day two on my plan is to carve this out. So, and in theory, I could draw a little bit on this right now, but I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. I really want to be able to like draw the pattern a little bit and then carve it down. So a little bit disappointed. Do have a new sharpener, so that's fun. I do have a knife with sticky foam stuff on it. I tried to clean it. I don't know. Okay, so that's it. I guess tomorrow morning we'll try carving this foam monster into a staff, and that will be part 2 of what I think will be 3 parts, maybe 4. All right. Good night, everyone.